Bobaganda is 121 first or both will welfare check. Credit card companies were just going to check on one of their clients. She made a suicide statement that she answered after she was given the service.
Put your speakers on 175X for that.
Alright, backseaters, we're going to give it a couple minutes here for people to join.
Second floor, 90, West Library. After 15 minutes before call to take it, black and white, without a bike, take it.
We're going to get on the highway here. Welcome backseaters. You're with Under Sheriff Mike Martin from the Ramsey County Sheriff's Office. And it is Friday. And we are going to get on 35E here and head up towards Rosedale Mall because one of their cameras there that has a license plate captured coming that has is wanted. The subject is wanted for felony amounts of theft, and we're going to head that way and see if we can help them find the vehicle or support them. So adjust the camera here a little bit.
Is there anybody still here, Joe?
Pat, Scott is out and about this afternoon as well for a little while, so we're just going to go for a couple hours here. And then tomorrow night, Pat and Bob are going to be live at their normal time, but they're going to do it on Saturday night instead of tonight. And so I figured I'd go out this afternoon for a while. Finally starting to feel a little better from all my...
50 bucks for 110 we got the car occupied. Lower level music.
Oh, so they found the car lower level by Macy's.
Lower level of Macy's, Under Sheriff.
I heard it. I'm headed that way in case it flees. So they have the car. It's
directly outside of the G-David door, halfway through the road.
It sounds like it's occupied. So we're going to keep...
Do you want us to move in or let Kat get on it first? Alright, it sounds like the Roseville officers are taking one into custody up there. We'll just keep heading that way until they're code 4 and just to make sure they're safe and that the bad guys are taken into custody. As you can probably see on the camera, it's a beautiful day out here. As my partner Steve would say if he was here, it's phenomenal. It's a phenomenal day. 68 degrees, it's sunny out. Memorial Day weekend.
50-35, we're code 4, you cancel 10-1.
Alright, so
code 4, cancel the countywide 10-1 at 13-12.
the Roseville officer just got on the air and said they're code 4 with one in custody and don't need the air held anymore. The radio, usually they hold the air if something could be dangerous coming up, so she cleared the air and they're all good. And another one for the good guys and 0 for the bad guys. So there, it has been a very busy morning with a lot going on. I personally heard 2 chases earlier in our county earlier this morning that were terminated because they were unsafe, which got to commend the officers for deciding, hey, look, public safety in this case is outweighing the need to apprehend somebody, and both times it was their driving behavior that they were getting pulled over for, but then they fled and they just started driving so recklessly that the officers decided it was better to terminate than risk it. So
2264 Tango, I apologize. Can I have you start back out to 396 before? It looks like there was no contact made with that 25-year-old female who wasn't feeling well. She's in the end office on the right-hand side.
So we are back, headed back towards St. Paul now. Good job by Roseville. They do a really great job up there, especially of keeping the mall area safe. And if you're a bad guy or a bad gal, don't go to Roseville Mall because you will be apprehended.
Not related to that. 688 Magnolia.
So I appreciate people joining me here. We are on 35E going southbound, and we're going to get off on Maryland, I think, and go
Here, I'll just finish your transport.
head west into the Central District. I had a routine doctor's appointment earlier this week, and the doctor asked me how things were going, and I said, oh, it's starting to pick up, and summer, when the temperatures get warmer, people come out, and they're more apt to run into other people that they don't get along with, and we definitely see a lot more activity in the summer. And I think, you get kids that have had cabin fever all winter, and they get a little rambunctious towards the end of the school year. Hopefully everybody has plans to at least spend some time enjoying yourself this weekend. We owe a lot to the men and women who've died to protect our freedoms and to make it so that we can enjoy the kind of life that we have. And we can't thank them enough and their families for the sacrifices that they made, and including the ultimate sacrifice of dying to benefit us and future generations. So
is there anyone in the area with a pilot?
there's a Maplewood squad who's calling to see if anyone has an IBIS. An IBIS is a portable machine. It looks like a cell phone, kind of, that you can put a person's fingerprint, thumb, fingers on, and it automatically reads their fingerprint and compares it to see if they've been arrested before or fingerprinted before. It will identify that person. Usually it's used when you can't properly identify someone or you think they're lying about their name. We're south now on Rice Street. We're at Geranium, going south here. This tends to be one of the busier areas with pedestrians and people out and about when the weather gets warmer. And we have had some shots fired in this area recently.
Transport.
2479, go ahead.
Transporting one female to 401 clinic.
It's awesome to see the kids using the new playfields here at the Rice Street Community Center that was just built before it was just a big lot, and there were a couple of baseball fields and open grass, but now it's a really nice complex there.
Clear for swing it the next day.
Crossing is probably the crash at Highway 27.
Just checking this area, going down a block where we've had a little activity lately, but it looks all quiet right now. It's good to see a young kid out there playing. Got to give a shout out to my son Nicholas, who today is his last day at the University of St. Thomas. He will be graduating tomorrow morning, and
523.
he's worked hard. He's actually graduating a year early,
We'll be clear.
and
Away with 525.
he works his butt
Is there
off.
anything pending
So,
out
Nick, I couldn't be more proud of you, and
No, board's clear.
can't wait to share this
Can you
with
deal with,
you tonight and tomorrow.
5th and 7th.
And a shout out to all the kids that are graduating this year.
Happy 5 and 7.
Back south on Rice Street at Sycamore. Out by state capitol. Legislative session is ending or has ended, and everyone is anticipating that there will be some type of a special session this year because there was not a final budget agreement. I think the leaders on both sides have compromised and come to a tentative agreement, but I think it still has to go through the full House and Senate, and so we shall see how that turns out this year. With an anticipated budget deficit, they definitely are having to make some tough cuts and compromises. And one of the things that is being discussed or has been decided on apparently is shutting down Stillwater Prison. Stillwater Prison is 100 years old, and it's got a lot of issues. The upkeep of it is very expensive, and they decided to shut it down over 4 years. But they haven't really decided what they're going to do with all those prisoners. I think they're in there in Stillwater, so and there's not enough room to house them at other facilities, so making steps, positive steps in his recovery. recovery, and but I know the power of prayer will help him get to where he needs to be, and of him every day.
Sounds right.
On a medical 3761, Sun Terrace, 97-year-old male. No.
Alright, advised.
Copy.
It's been really busy over in the city of Minneapolis, across the river, and I'll tell you, it's a tough battle over there.
52444, case number?
A lot of politics gets involved in their public safety issues.
524, it's going to be 088 537.
Hopefully cooler heads can prevail, and
537.
people can agree that the citizens over there deserve good, proactive policing and responsive policing as well. And
148.
4-4.
And cancel 5.
that, public safety has to take a priority over people's political opinions. So that's all I'm going to say. I don't want to get into the politics of it, but everyone over there who's working to make things better is in a tough position, and I personally appreciate them sticking their necks out to do the right things. We're still westbound on University here. I want to make it down to Snelling and see how things are in that area. One of the things we've been doing lately is working with Metro Transit, Police Department, St. Paul Police Department, Minneapolis, Hennepin County, on trying to make this Green Line corridor as safe as possible. It's really tough to police those trains and manage that with customer service and not being overbearing. And Metro Transit PD has a heavy lift there, and it really involves the adjacent cities and counties as well. So the acting chief there, Dot Seth, is doing a great job, and we appreciate him.
For now.
5521.
Could you please recall different AOA? 85 will be on a transport, 23 will be waiting on a tow, everyone else is clear with the report. And could you send me a new number for a shoplift right now, Elmar, Halifax?
Copy.
So there you go again. Roseville has arrested one for shoplifting at Von Mar. Like I said, it's not the place to go if you want to commit crime. Go somewhere else.
Thank you. 1330.
3062. Copy.
Counting sheep. On the nicest day, he'll tell you to get inside. Goes 15 under while his camera mouth slides. Rattles and rants with a voice like glue.
I don't know what the last day of school is for St. Paul schools. I should, but I don't. Generally, it will be within the next couple weeks. I'm sure the kids are anticipating their summer break.
Tango, copy the DLC with 356 back. 300 block Winthrop. Caller is being harassed by a male. Caller locked herself in the shed. Suspect is a white male. Under Sheriff Martin, are you there? Can you lead?
Yeah, hold on just a sec.
and some of us are still choking. They said transparency, but they edited the lens. They booked Chauvin in the quiet wing, far from the eyes, far from the sting. No black CEOs on the tier that day. Said it wasn't race, just the safest way. Female visitor back rub phone pass. Rules bent low like stained glass. Said justice was blind, but in that jail she blinked at power and tipped the scale. They filmed the crowds, not the cracks inside. Put lighting on drone cam, let the truth slide. No Narcan, no kid, just knees on breath. Then blame the drugs after the death. Transparent lies, wrapped in blue. Say it's disgusting, then defend the crew. Bob kept lighting, still runs the show. He calls it reform.
Sorry about that, backseaters. I had to get some intel from Pat Scott. We're going to be looking for a vehicle that's wanted over here in the area where we're going. So I'm going to dip down here to Marshall, and the vehicle hit on one of our flock safety cameras.
Any mileage for
Let Chauvin win. You stopped the Baker's first glance tell. Ignored the footage that broke the veil. Tolerance high, that's not how we died. It was 9 minutes breath to die. They said get on the ground. They kneeled on his neck. They said stop resisting, but never checked. The side recovery, Narcan dose, wasn't even close. He died with cameras on him, and still they needed more proof. Transparent lights under red blue lights.
They're in the area down here looking for this vehicle.
anybody from afternoon cabin. Okay.
But the story was always who they let us see. He said Chauvin was wrong, but he never fired the men who protected him. Never stood beside the officers of color. Never said the name. We remember George Floyd. We remember Artis Graham. We remember Philando Castile. We remember Nakia Moody. We see the cameras, we hear the silence, and we won't forget.
Had to re-sign in, so sorry about that. To a website that'll show me a picture of the car that I'm looking for.
St. John.
Thank you.
Yes. You're welcome at 1337.
They booked Chauvin in the quiet wing, far from the eyes, far from the skin.
Mike Martin, I've got it. It's eastbound Marshall approaching Lexington.
Copy that. I'm on Snelling. I'm going to try to head down Concordia to get in front of you.
Okay, it's stopped at the light at Lexington. I'm going to get a box of room here. Anybody from Intel or CAT available to come out? It is signaling to go south on Lexington. We are way southbound on Lexington.
Copy. I'm still fighting traffic.
Understood. He's in the middle of a bunch of cars trying to fix these. Okay, he's about to turn eastbound southeast Lex.
Copy that. here in front of the car, Pat, and found the car we were looking for?
Maybe call a county mark spot. I'm not sure what it is.
Well, do you think we can do it, the two of us?
Yeah, if you can get in front of them, move your way in front of them, we should be able to.
Where are you now?
These front jabs were on selfie.
Copy that.
Coming up to Victoria. Dale, both have tires. Coming up to Larkmere. Don't see the lights. The black head lights.
What's your location?
Southbound Dale. Just across the Minneapolis area. Cisco.
Any vehicle, please. And 2265 to fire channel fire.
Eastbound.
All right. Do you want me to try to get in front of him, or do you want to just try to do a stop?
Hey, Verna, handled. Copy, thank you.
Pat, do you want to just try to do a traffic stop on him?
Sure.
Is it just the one guy in the car?
There are two. And, you know what? Why don't I get in front of them and get sticks ready? And you light them up.
Sounds good.
For you, Joey. Clear report.
Copy.
For a hit and run, 160 Western Avenue South, apartment 716. Neighbor hit Tom's vehicle while backing out a parking space on Wednesday and left. No injuries. Mail refused to stop the account.
Okay.
13.
We're going to get a county car for transport on a county pickup at Selby, east of Dale. And if you would run Mike Tango Hotel 794 and confirm all the information on this pickup.
Channel 5 will be able to confirm those, but I can put you on call.
Yes, please.
Thank you.
Yeah,
he's not. It was just a misunderstanding at the dump.
Copy.
I get it. Thank you.
Incident assigned.
2268.
In that jail, she blinked at power and tipped the scale. They filmed the crowds, not the cracks inside. Put lighting on drone cam, let the truth slide. No Narcan, no kids, knees on breath. Then blame the drugs after the death. Transparent lines, wrapped in blue, say it's disgusting. Then defend the crew. Bob kept lying.
Have to call the investigator who wants this guy. Molly Mike Martin. Hello. Pat Scott and I have a guy stopped that you have a PC pickup out on. Yes. Do you need his car?
Bob Kicky Crow smiled.
Okay, just him to jail. Okay, perfect. Yeah, the owner of the car is actually here. He does. Okay.
Ignored the footage that broke the veil. Tolerance high.
Yeah, do you want, you know where the cat office is, right?
9 minutes of
We'll just have him brought down there.
They said get on the
In
ground.
the cat in the jail.
Kneeled on his neck.
Does
They
sense?
said stop resisting, but never checked. The side recovery, Narcan dose, wasn't even close. He died with cameras on him, and still they needed more proof. Transparent lies under red blue lights, they say for the people, then hide their eyes. Fletcher kept quiet, light on campaign, your tax dollars, bought that barricade, call it live on patrol, call it cop TV, but the story was always who they let us see. He said Chauvin was wrong, but he never fired the men who protected him, never stood beside the officers of color, never said the names. We remember George Floyd, we remember Artis Graham, we remember Philando Castile, we remember Nakia Moody. We see the cameras, we hear the silence, and we won't forget. Five years ago, the world held its breath. And some of us are still choking. They said transparency, but they edited the lens. They booked Chauvin in the quiet wing, far from the eyes, far from the sting. No black CEOs on the tier that day. Said it wasn't race, just the safest way. Female visitor back rub phone pass. Rules bent low like stained glass. Said justice was blind, but in that jail she blinked at power and tipped the scale. They filmed the crowds, not the cracks inside. Put lighting on drone cam, let the truth slide. No Narcan, no kid, just knees on breath. Then blame the drugs after the death. Transparent lines, wrapped in blue, say it's disgusting. Then defend the crew. Bob kept lighting, still runs the show. He calls it reform, we already know. Say it's about trust, but the truth don't match when justice is silent and lawsuits pass. Bob Kicky Crow smiled. in his leather vest. Backroom clubs with a badge on his chest. Liz Cakey calling, spun the truth real thin. Made Floyd the villain, let Chauvin win. Used Dr. Baker's first glance tale. Ignored the footage that broke the veil. Tolerance high, that's not how he died. It was 9 minutes of breath denied. They said get on the ground, then kneeled on his neck. They said stop resisting, but never checked the side recovery. Narcan dose wasn't even close. He died with cameras on him, and still they needed more proof. Transparent lies under red blue lights. They say for the people, then hide their rights. Fletcher kept quiet, lie on campaign. Your tax dollars bought that barricade. Call it live on patrol, call it cop TV. But the story was always who they let us see. He said Chauvin was wrong, but he never fired the men who protected him. Never stood beside the officers of color. Never said the names. We remember George Floyd. We remember Artis Graham. We remember Philando Castile. We remember Nakia Moody. We see the cameras. We hear the silence. And we won't forget. Years ago, the world held its breath, and some of us are still choking. They said transparency, but they edited the lens. They booked Chauvin in the quiet wing, far from the eyes, far from the sting. No black CEOs here that day. Said it wasn't.
Sorry about that, backseaters. I didn't realize I was running my mouth, and I didn't realize I was still muted. But that gentleman was wanted for a felony stalking, and as a result, our investigator had entered his license plate into a system where the cameras read the license plates, and therefore Pat knew that the vehicle had just come into Minneapolis, or from Minneapolis into St. Paul, across the bridge. So Pat was headed that way, I was headed that way, and then Pat saw the vehicle. Hello? Nah, we got it. Yep, yeah, Pat will take care of it. Okay, no, we're good. All right, thanks. Yeah, bye. So Pat did a tremendous job of seeing the vehicle, and then he and I kind of talked it through. He got in front of the car, and I got behind, and there on Selby, as you could see, we were able to cut off any ability for him to flee and get him into custody. And Sergeant Molly Grander from our investigative unit will be going down to interview him and make a decision on the charging. So, great work by Pat, and every once in a while us old guys get to put the cuffs on somebody.
330 Tango,
Which reminds me, when I say put the cuffs on somebody, we had to use 2 sets of cuffs because he was such a big guy. So I got to run into my back here and grab another set of cuffs.
But the story was always who they let us see.
2227 West Union Domestic.
He said Chauvin was wrong,
Ex-boyfriend is outside apartment.
but he never fired the men who protected him. Never stood beside the officers of color. Never said the name.
So it pays to have extra sets of cuffs.
He is Richard Porter, 1229-99, Blackmill 6130.
black baseball hat,
We see the camera,
black sweater, green sweatpants.
hear the silence.
Started about 2.5 hours ago. Which was
Your incident has been updated.
Yeah, so just so people know, because of a number of conflicts, we wouldn't have been able to do Live on Patrol today. And so Sheriff Fletcher decided to do it tomorrow night, and so that we don't have to cancel it. And he and Pat will be out at regular time, 9/11ish tomorrow night, and ready to roll. But I know there are a lot of people who look forward to Fridays, so I figured, hey, I'll jump out and come out for a while. And so Pat and I are out playing around this afternoon, and I'll probably go till about 3 o'clock.
20 Hispanic, black male, size 3 to 4 thin, red jacket, gray sweatpants, tabs, left ankle, no shoes.
24 copy.
Squad 529.
So I probably have 4 or 5 sets of handcuffs in my car, because I'm used to putting them on people and then someone else transports, and I never see those cuffs again. So that way I never run out. Plus I have a set of pink handcuffs that I got from my wife Ann, who donated, and those pink handcuffs are always here too. But you don't want to end up chasing someone down on foot or whatever, and then you don't have handcuffs to put on them. It's kind of embarrassing and dangerous. So I always have at least 2 pairs with me. So you can see our beautiful state capitol ahead of us here. It was an interesting legislative session this year, because really a pretty even split in power, and that created the need for a lot more compromise. And with a budget deficit, they really had to try to come to some agreements. I don't know if they did or not, but we'll see when it's all said and done. But we did get some things that were important, and like the ability to track unoccupied stolen vehicles, which previously we were limited to just occupied stolen vehicles. But now if someone's reported their vehicle stolen, we can, if it's unoccupied, we can track it so that we can hopefully catch the bad guys in it, as opposed to just recovering the car. And there are ways we can do that safely. As you could say, one of the good things, Pat and I have been around doing this for a long time, him longer than me, but we've learned how to talk to people and kind of disarm them. And that was a big guy. We don't want to fight with a guy that size. It's better if we can just kind of talk to him nicely and convince him that we're not a threat to him, and get him to comply. And he was agitated. You could tell he was nervous, but he was nervous about being taken into custody, not about us. And I never got the sense that he wanted to fight or flee, but part of that is, you got 2 experienced cops who, are talking to him nicely, let him smoke a cigarette, let the car be taken by the passenger who actually was the owner. Normally we might tow that car. So all those things help gain a little bit of trust.
Where are the building? Right tonight, all.
as well.
So if you didn't hear earlier, I want to try to repeat it a few times. No live on patrol tonight, but tomorrow night at the normal time, Bob and Pat will be out with some of the usual other characters from the sheriff's office, and it should be another nice night out. Hopefully everyone can enjoy their time tonight. It will help that the Timberwolves won't be disappointing us all again tonight. Get a day off from that.
Will you show me out at 521 West Whitehurst, apartment number 6, simulation?
Copy. Working on that.
Still got a little bit of a residual cough, but not too bad at all.
6201.
6201.
Great, suspicion call. Yeah, that goes in like that.
Your incident has been updated.
So we're going to go east on Maryland here.
Copy.
So Pat will go down and do the booking paperwork on that gentleman and get him booked into jail, and then the investigator will come and interview him, and I will do a report when I'm done here, just explaining the stop and the arrest, and Pat will do a report. So again, great work by Pat. So I saw Patty said that Pat deserves a gold star for the day. Mike deserves one too. Mine would be like a silver star, 'cause
They kneeled on his neck. They said, "Stop resisting," but never checked the side recovery Narcan dose. Wasn't even close. He died with cameras on him, and still they needed more proof. Transparent lies under red blue lights. They say for the people, then hide their eyes. Fletcher can
I unmuted.
That was perfect teamwork.
Hey, good eye finding that car, get a felon off the street, and hopefully the victim will appreciate the arrest. I'm sure most likely it's she, but he or she will, and that's why we come to work.
Said Sharvin was wrong,
There you go.
but he never
Talking
found
to the
the men who
investigator sounds like
protected
it's a
him.
pretty extreme
Never
case.
stood beside the officers of color. Ever said my
Oh,
name?
okay, good grab
You
then.
remember George Floyd?
He's a big kid. I wouldn't want to fight with him.
You remember Philando Castile?
You got that right.
The kid. You see the
Make
cameras.
copies of an entire
You hear
box
the silence.
training the young ones.
Won't forget.
All the knowledge and skills you will have got.
Hey, we still got it. Thank you, sir.
Thanks. All right. I'm going to go back at it. I'm over on the east side now.
5 years ago, the world held its breath. And some of us are still choking. They said transparency. But they edited the lens. They booked Charvin in the quiet wing, far from the eyes, far from the sting. No black CEOs on the tier that day. Said it wasn't race, just the safest way.
Oh, we're lucky to have a good team. It's fun to work with, fun to come to work, and everybody's on the same page, which makes life a lot easier.
They filmed the crowds, not the cracks inside. Put lighting on drone cam, let the truth slide. No Narcan, no kid, just knees on.
We're on Maryland. We're eastbound at Edgerton right now, and this area is pretty torn up with some road construction, but Maryland's not too bad, but it's busy because of people dodging construction on the other side streets.
Leather vest, backroom clubs with a badge on his chest. Liz Keke calling, spun the truth real thin, made Floyd the villain, let Charvin win. Used Dr. Baker's first glance tell, ignored the footage that broke the veil. Tolerance high, that's not how he died. It was 9 minutes of breath denied. They said get on the ground, then kneeled on his neck. They said stop resisting, but never checked. Side recovery, Narcan dose. Wasn't even close.
My apologies with regards to 2 company arrested Brent Robbins to assist medics on that 41-year-old female with pain in her arms.
Transparent lines under red blue lights, they say for the people.
People ask sometimes why we respond to medicals in the county area. The reason being a lot of times it's more spread out and we can respond faster and assess, how serious the situation is, and then advise medical or cancel medical if need be. And it's not something I was used to when I was at Minneapolis. We very seldom responded to a medical unless it was a shooting or some type of suspicious circumstances. The fire department responded, and that's kind of how it is in St. Paul, but in the county those ambulances are spread out, and a lot of the fire agencies are not full-time, sitting around waiting for a call, so we can respond and handle a lot of stuff. And then there'll be times when you'll hear our deputies get on the air and say that medics can advise.
5 years ago,
That's usually on situations where we're so big.
the world held its breath. And some of us are still choking. They said transparency, but they edited the lens. They booked Charvin in the quiet wing, far from the eyes, far from
It's
the
all
sting.
a matter of
No
how
black
we can best
CEOs on
serve
tier that day.
the
Said it
citizens
wasn't race, just the safest way.
and keep the community
Female
safe.
visitor back rub phone
And we
pads.
work very closely with our medics and our firefighters. We love to tease our firefighters and they tease us, but in the end we're all on the same team, looking to keep people safe.
No kid just knees on breath. Then blame the drugs after the death. Transparent lies wrapped in ropes. Say it's disgusting, then defend the crew. Bob kept lighting, still
don't know why lately my computer and my radio every once in a while will turn off and back on again.
1450.
Bob kicking crow smile in his leather vest. Backroom clubs with a badge on his chest. Liz kicking calling, spun a truth real thin. Made Floyd the villain, let Chauvin win. Used Dr. Baker's first glance tale. Ignored the footage that broke the veil. Tolerance high, that's not how he died. It was 9 minutes of breath denied. They said get on the ground, then kneeled on his neck. They said stop resisting, but never checked. The side recovery, Narcan dose,
2265.
wasn't even close.
People got a
He
TPN
died
and
with
they're
cameras
just
on him, and still they needed
We are over Maryland at Clarence right now, going eastbound.
They say for the people, then hide their rights. Fletcher can
Yesterday I was sent a video of two kids breaking into a car. It was in Minneapolis, and I kid you not, these kids were like 8 years old and 10 years old, just little kids breaking into trying to steal this car. I couldn't even believe it.
Remember George Floyd. Remember Artie's Green.
And I guarantee you, once they figure out who these kids are, they're gonna have older brothers or close relatives that are involved in the same stuff, and they're trying to emulate those guys. And it's just a shame to see kids getting involved in criminal activity when they're that young and so brazen. Getting involved in criminal activity. Northbound on White Bear Avenue. We're headed towards the city of Maplewood, actually. We're running the border between St. Paul and Maplewood, and we'll soon be in Maplewood. Very busy little commercial area here with a lot of strip malls and stores. So as we cross Larpenteur here, we will be squarely in the city of Maplewood. And if we took a right and went down, we'd go past Mounts Park Academy and Hill Murray High School. But we're not going to take a right.
So slow, the squirrels fall asleep and the crime rate drops because they're all count sheep.
I'll be clear report. 4509 on the transport.
Rattles a man's with a voice like glue and pulls up wide like he's driving a canoe.
There's not a lot of calls pending out in this area right now. There's a few street parking and recovered property calls in other areas. If you don't know where we are, but you're from this area, we're right by Aldrich Arena, home to Minnesota hockey quarterfinals. It's a great, they also have a lot of events there. School or busy doing something fun, but usually I have a group of kids that if I'm live will wave at me when I drive by, so I always like to make it up to this area and wave at them. Appreciate everybody watching. Hey, if your boss comes by, make sure you hide the screen so they think you're working. You can call this work. It's a training video. We're training you about teamwork and cooperation and doing your part and what else? I don't know. You can make something up, but don't let your boss find out that you're not paying attention. Here on down 36 and then go down 61 back into the east side.
4447.
So Pat was just letting the dispatcher know that what case number we would be writing our reports under. Excuse me. It sometimes gets confusing because you don't know, you're assigned a new case number when you stop the car, but they're wanted under a different case, a previous case. So Pat was just letting them know that, hey, we're going to write it under this case number, and that way everybody's on the same page.
You're welcome.
So the Mark squad that came to transport him will just write a real brief report that they
If you want to stop that blue vehicle, I don't know if you that'd be awesome.
took custody of the prisoner and inmate and transported him down
Like
to
5 hours.
the jail.
A little Honda. The Honda or the Chrysler 200 sedan? Yeah, the blue Honda, I think.
So one of our canine officers sounds like was just out on a stop and a car flew by and almost hit him.
I'll drive as far that way. You need to move on before I think you're not in the court up here. Yeah, what's the main traffic stuff?
In Minnesota, we have a move over law, which means you have to move over to the next lane of traffic or slow down. If you can't move over, slow down significantly. And a lot of people just don't take into account the safety of the deputies, the officers, firefighters, troopers that are out on the side of the road doing these stops. And unfortunately, every year several are hit and seriously injured or even killed as a result. So we try to enforce that when we get an opportunity. It's kind of for me, being in an unmarked pickup truck, it's easier sometimes for me to see those violations when a trooper or officer has someone pulled over on the side of the road, and then make that traffic stop and advise that driver, well, what's that charger up there doing? This charger up here flew onto the shoulder and then came back into traffic, I think, because he was trying to get around slower traffic, but I'm not really sure what he's doing here. So we're gonna pull him over, find out. I don't know why this person is driving the way they are, but we are gonna find out. Hopefully they will pull over.
For property damage accident, 13 people, 2 vehicles, elderly male, one of the vehicles. Here's the accident between a semi and a car.
New message.
14.
New message.
Midnight rolls in, it's time for the show. Nick at night, gotta catch that play. Let's go through alleys and motels, creeping real slow. LPR beat the new message. Whoa, Motel 6, Northern Air 2, scanning in lots for a hot pursuit. Cole's got the wheel, Ashley's in tow. Soft voice whispering, where do we go? New message, new message. Sparks light it up like an old show.
Well, he was refreshingly honest with me that he and some lady were involved in a little bit of a road rage incident where she was flipping him off and he got upset, and he's sufficiently embarrassed about his driving behavior. So his license is clear. He looks like he's doesn't have any warrants or anything, so I'm just going to advise him to be careful. He was very apologetic. He knew what he did wrong. So it doesn't do any good to write him a ticket just to punish him. So yeah, looking at his license and his registration, everything looks good. So we'll just have him slow down and be more careful. Well, he's very appreciative of getting cut a break, and I think he's sufficiently deterred. Yeah, I didn't catch the beginning, but all of a sudden I saw that Charger pull over onto the shoulder past somebody, then come back into the right lane, then move to the center lane, and then cut back over to the exit, which he told me he cut back over to because he realized he was driving crazy and needed to get off, take a deep breath. So that's good. Here's the deal, those road rage type incidents, they never pay off, and unfortunately people get hurt and killed as a result. And I've even seen shootings and homicides that occur as a result of a road rage, and it's just not worth it. You'll never see that person again in your life and don't have to worry about them. So
Bravo Papa Lima 910. Copy the plate.
he sounds like he was coming onto the highway from 36, and she sped up. Couldn't get, anyway, it doesn't matter. She just got to be the bigger, and then they could realize that the other person has issues and let it go. So we're back on Rice Street now at Larpenter.
Can you start medics for a 60-year-old male? Just for reaction.
Copy, no leave period.
Yes, before.
14.
Take 2 Ethan is Ferrari, got full one.
Copy.
Order.
We have to take a little detour here because Rice Street's blocked off. Otherwise, we could do a Dukes of Hazzard, but unfortunately, there's no ramp set up for me to jump over that. So I'm just gonna have to go around.
They're at 2160 Park Avenue. For now, that's the thing with pest control. They white and all 25. Great shirt.
Go down Jackson Street here by the Madonna Homes. There are a number of public houses housing complexes in St. Paul, and McDonough Homes is one of them. Down here on the left, there's Mount Airy, there's Roosevelt. But a lot of times these complexes have a lot of newer immigrant communities in them, so now a lot of Korean and Somalis or other East Africans. There's still a lot of Hmong families that are in these homes, and then over time they generally will save up money and move and buy their own homes, and then other communities will move in. So, but right now the newest for us is the Korean community from Myanmar. We're southbound on Jackson at Arlington. If you're following along on your map at home, or your globe at home, just turn that globe to Jackson and Arlington and you'll see us. Cedars, you will soon see a familiar place. The Foundry Bar is right up here, but we usually come at it from off of Maryland. Right here on the right is the Foundry.
This is Medics at 1000 Level Avenue West, Apartment Sierra 14 for a patient that's wanting to go to the hospital. Okay, perfect.
The radio definitely seems to have settled down a little bit, which is good because I have a feeling it's gonna tick up again tonight and tomorrow night, where you can see Bob and Pat on a Saturday Night Live. Will they change the name to Saturday Night Live on Patrol? Who knows? You have to tune in to find out.
You checked my call up earlier.
Copy. Have a good night.
That truck sounded like an airplane taking off. So we're working our way back around here to the LEC, where I'm gonna call it a day because I have a commitment this afternoon. But I really appreciate everybody tuning in and watching this afternoon and sticking with us, and I'm glad Pat and I were able to show you a little bit of action, and hopefully tomorrow night there will be more.
Bravo 59.
Bravo 59.
Hey Pat.
Can you put me on a DOC at 444, please?
Sounds good. All right. Bye.
Okay.
Pat was calling to meet up with me to give me my handcuffs back. I was gonna, you know, charge him with theft of handcuffs, but now he's gonna return them. So I guess Pat's off the hook. So appreciate everyone. Please tune in to Bob and Pat tomorrow night at their usual time, 9/11, and have an awesome Memorial Day weekend. And remember those who have died for the awesome life that we get to live. I know things go bad, but all in all, we're pretty darn lucky to live where we do and when we do. So thank you. And
Whistle soft like a 12-year-old. Go find the cases. Yeah, we're told. Baking bread, raising hits.
He's on the floor. Go for it.
It's warm, it's fairly flat. Wet.
He says, absolutely, like it's a prayer.
Yeah, I was a little stiff.
Says indeed, like it's gospel. Colorblind cop with an O-light beam.
That's not nice.
Let's rewind.
Will you stop?
315 Metro. Speed 315. Having computer issues, I'll leave tonight. 1323.
Rolls with Bob like a loyal pup. Rides shotgun, sipping Fountain Dew from a holiday cup. Says, what's happening, brother, with a crooked grin? Like hanging out at Willard's taught him how to blend in. 2 bars, 3 drinks, 4 hospitality friends. He plays bingo, not bingo.
You gotta mute, folks,
the
sorry.
joke never ends. Laugh track in uniform, boots on the floor. Can't pass the test, but Bob let him score.
Will you stop?
Stepchild, daddy dentures whistle when he talks. Flashlight fetish, loves his nightly walks.
Jason stick my cock.
He reads him deadpan, thinks it's hockey names, doesn't know the scam.
Yeah, I was a little stiff.
Absolutely, Pat, you're the yes man king.
That's not nice.
Agree to anything, just don't say a thing. Bob says jump, you say what height.
Jesus Christ.
Even when he steers you straight into the light. The lady asked if he got it up. He stammered, she laughed, said,
Sorry about that, folks.
Black
Just
pussy,
had
white
word about a
pussy,
major
red
incident
pussy.
going on, and
Peeled out, no
it's not
sound
being
of
publicly
dentures.
shared at this time, and we had to mute. So, welcome to the Wednesday midweek hump day edition of Live on Patrol. I'm Deputy Pat Scott with the Ramsey County Sheriff's Office, and with me is
This is Fran.
Ready for anything? Was it a traffic
From
stop?
Intel, yeah. Just
good to be back with you. And we want you to be on the lookout for a car that was spotted in the area of White Bear in Maryland, about a little more than an hour ago. We're looking for a white Hyundai Sonata sedan, that's a 4-door, with Wisconsin plates AUN 3545. AUN 3545. If you see it, please don't message us or put it on the page. Call 911.
That's not nice.
It's the best way to do it. So let's go on patrol. We're gonna head to the east side, see if we can come up with that Sonata. Jesus Christ!
She was grabbing.
I ran it earlier.
He was reaching.
She was reaching for Pat's.
It was taken yesterday.
I was a little stiff. Not sure how. I think it was stolen out of Oakdale.
Yeah, no, yep, it's stolen out of Oakdale. Good. See that.
got a lot of equipment in this squad car, folks. So, yep, you're going to hear some rattling, and there's nothing we can do about it. Just so you're aware. Don't need to stress yourself out letting us know we've got something rattling, because we do know it.
Have an easy try. You disregard someone's letter. Copy.
That was a little stiff.
The view count goes up quick. 6, and within like 5 minutes we're up to 200 something.
Nice. Thanks for being with us on this kind of gloomy, chilly, cloudy. Can you just hop up real quick?
Yeah, it doesn't sound too loud today, Matt.
Just grab the handcuffs and drop them on the seat. That's, I think, the main culprit.
That's what it was last time.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, it's not quite as loud as last time, though. Last time was rattling pretty good.
Oh, yeah. That was the problem. Not sure if that was a Sonata or not. I think it's a Ford.
Yeah.
You don't see on channel 3 checking your status.
Careful, vehicle in line, good.
Copy.
Who's that with an unoccupied vehicle? It's going to be on East.
Copy. Can you repeat the street name?
It's a 3-car.
She's on Hemlock in St. Paul. He doesn't know what cross street.
Grabbing for Pat's crotch.
He was reaching.
She was reaching for Pat's crotch.
My car was a little stiff when I got out.
Copy. I think that might be something
It's
wrong.
warm, it's fairly flat. Wet.
Copy.
He says, absolutely. Like it's a prayer.
Yeah, I was a little stiff.
It
Could be anything.
Like it's gospel.
Yeah.
Colorblind cop with an O-line beam.
That's not
I'm looking at Google. Looks like it's
Will you stop?
Canada. Where do you call that guy?
I'm trying to figure out where he is.
It's showing on my
Rolls
average.
with Bob like a loyal pup. Rides shotgun, sipping Fountain Dew from a holiday cup. Says, what's happening, brother, with a crooked grin? Like hanging out at Willard's taught him how to blend in. 2 bars, 3 drinks, 4 hospitality friends. He plays bingo, not bingo. The joke never ends. Laugh track in uniform, boots on the floor. Can't pass the test, but Bob let him score.
Will you stop?
Stepchild, daddy dentures whistle when he talks. Flashlight fetish loves his nightly walks.
Jason, stick my cock.
Reads in deadpan, thinks it's
In a hurry to make his
doesn't
deliveries.
know the scam.
Yeah, I was a little stiff.
Absolutely
I was going to get paid by the delivery or something. I was going to get some
That's
time.
not nice.
That's too much stress. I don't think I can do that.
No. Jesus Christ. You hurry too much and get pulled over by the police, and whether you get a ticket or not, you're still going to be even later.
The lady asks if you got it up. You say and she laughs. Say, I want to see some pussy. Black pussy, white pussy, pink pussy. Peel out, no time to get sassy. Bob hit reverse, mother she was reaching, but Pat said frozen. Denture screeching. She said, give me a love, put that vice. The second wife is a third, not the sex. It's walking news, falls to a job, half a
About 349, 356. 349. 1356 for disorderly, 1171 haha, unit number 342, gas supply, set DTV code. 349 copy.
Yes, sorry.
1334.
That's not nice.
Your silence wars behind every indeed unopened door, shield for sure, sponge for play, still flashing that light, still playing.
Jesus Christ.
Or on the phone to someone else.
You got over here 3.
3 here and state there.
Grabbing for Pat's crotch.
She was reaching.
She was reaching for Pat's crotch.
My cough was a little stiff when I got out.
It's
warm. 2 minutes.
Robbery 499.
Phone and a diaper bag stolen. Secondhand information.
Triple P, I'm clearing capital 349. 349.
I was a little stiff.
Copy, thank you.
Covered. Apparently the victim left and is making route to the address known to the caller.
Start heading that way.
At 1335.
About to house over issued by Ramsey County Sheriff, attempt to locate a suicide party adjacent to the maybe vehicle from Chevy Silverado.
Looking for a black Chevy Silverado.
Yeah, the
Oh no, that's the
suicidal statements and has a history of going to bridges and messages.
There's 3 suspects total. 2 people. 2 people also attempted this deal.
Got it. What is diaper bag and what else?
His phone.
Furnished response on a capsule alert out of Ramsey County. Attempt to locate.
People know that. I love that state dispatcher's voice.
109, 1337.
This is the thing from earlier.
Okay.
376
So we are eastbound on Maryland over 35. We're headed towards Maryland and Arundel on a report of a man being robbed of his diaper bag he had and his phone. Suspects also supposedly tried to take his keys in his vehicle. Wait to see if there's a suspect description, and we'll check the neighborhood a little bit, see if we can come up with them. Triple 4 West Maryland is a
Used to be a tobacco store. I think they lost their tobacco license.
There's a little convenience store there, and I think there's a restaurant also. And it's a scene of a lot of problems.
2135.
A lot of drug dealing. There's been a number of shootings there.
2 near Fremont and Howard.
At least one murder.
I got eyes on a DFC fugitive on the driveway just east of that address. And Robert Victor 285. I'm looking for stuff on it.
RVB 285.
DG2, we can start that way. Copy. They're surrounding the vehicle right now. It's closer to McKnight than it is to Howard. It's on the north side of the road. Over on the highway. Yeah, we are a ways over. We're coming to the third and arcade. Billy's here on your city. I'll let you guys see.
have to act like this.
349.
Westbound Fremont.
Southbound
63594, which is DOC 14. Got the probation violation, but the original charge for that was for your head third-degree riot a couple weeks ago. I believe it was a gun located on a person during that arrest. You put out there in that last bill, was that?
Oh my
I believe
God.
there's a gun on this person at the time of that arrest as well. Yep. 82, third, right there now. Let's get a last phone. Direction travel. Can we get an updated description over to you, please? Yeah, I lost it here. I'm at Ruth and Old Hudson. But it was southbound route from Fremont. Silver on the pilot, Robert Victor 285. We got it here on White Bear and 3rd. Like it went northbound. They're trying to flip around on it.
Copy, calling a 10-3 in the party with the passenger.
Yeah, front seat passenger, last name Wah, W-A-H. W-A-H. 835 about Whitehurst. And it continued westbound on 3rd, so approaching Jermaine right now. Northbound on 3rd. We'll try to stop it here. Northbound on Jermaine, 3rd.
FYI, most parts of COC.
Jones at 635 on the whole block line. And signal goes about on 6 from Jermaine.
Yeah, move over.
We're gonna light it up.
Still holding the 10-3.
Stand by for impact.
Campbell, why don't you do this DCT?
You watch for right. You look
Clear,
for right.
clear, clear, right.
Number 1 in custody.
Copy, still holding the unit, 3
DC 2135 lane. Copy, no more.
Copy.
Thank you. Now that's how you pull over.
We're gonna need a backseat for one person in custody. Number District Squad.
Didn't they say north on?
They said north on Jermaine, yeah.
376 in round.
Copy.
Look up where they are.
Trees right now, take what's your location?
What?
They said 6 in Jermaine.
Okay.
Last squad.
Let's make Martin has a report where I'm seeing on that anyway.
Copy.
We're up to deal with adult male.
Copy, Sullivan. That's on 3 at 1347.
Well, they have it well under control there, folks. Under control.
Did you were calling 4-1 custody and cancel 10-3 for someone here?
Copy, canceling the 10-3 at 1348.
We need AOA St. Paul?
Yeah. No, put 6th and Germain. And then category AOA. Or ASS start. Keep going. There you go.
Come on. Right?
1348.
There you go.
And then save or complete
Nope,
down
you
the
have to go
bottom.
down for done.
Alright.
All right.
Well, if you were sleeping before, you're awake now.
Jeez. Okay, what to do now? Jesus Christ. Now, I cannot let today's live go by without mentioning the loss of a good friend of mine and a larger-than-life East Side legend. That would be Mark Palm, a.k.a. Shadow, is how he was known to almost everyone. Shadow. Just passed away, and he's 2 days ago, and I already miss him greatly, as does anyone who ever knew him. A really, really good man. So, prayers to you all, to all of his family. Especially to his daughter, Kate Palm. Jesus Christ. I don't know other members of his family. I know he has some, but prayers to you all.
She was grabbing for Pat's crotch.
She was reaching.
She was reaching for Pat's crotch.
My cock was a little stiff when I got out.
He says, absolutely, like it's a prayer.
Yeah, I was a little
He
stiff.
says, indeed, like it's gospel. Colorblind cop with an O-light beam.
That's not nice.
Let's rewind.
Will you stop?
Rolls with Bob like a loyal pup. Rides shotgun, sipping Fountain Dew from a holiday cup. Says, what's happening, brother, with a crooked grin? Like hanging out at Willard's, taught him how to blend in. 2 bars, 3 drinks, 4 hospitality friends. He plays lingo, not bingo. The joke never ends. Laugh track in uniform, boots on the floor. Can't pass the test. Goodbye, let him score.
Will you stop?
Stepchild, daddy dentures whistle when he talks. Flashlight fetish loves his nightly walks.
Jason stiff my cock.
Reads him deadpan, thinks it's hockey names, doesn't know the scam.
Yeah, I was a little stiff.
Absolute
That's not nice.
376 copy on the spot. This is 1959 Suburban for a male that needs to be trespassed.
Jesus Christ.
Even when he steers you straight into the light. The lady asked if you got it up. He stammered, she laughed, said,
Yeah, I wanna see some
pussy.
butt.
376
Black pussy, white pussy, pink pussy, real quick, peeled out, no time to get sassy. Bob hit reverse, muttered she was reaching, but Pat sat frozen, denture screeching. She said, give me a light, but he quit that vice. It's the second wife, or was the third not precise? He spoke in riddles, lost to a jive, half a step late, but just a lie.
Jesus Christ.
Rewind to 98. Flashlights.
I saw the end of an accident in Maplewood that was being cleared up when I was on the way into work today. Some guy rear-ended one of these.
Oh.
He didn't. The garbage truck looked like it was okay. Oh, that's 6. Yes.
That was the one that was rear-ended. He's a little weary now.
I guess so. That's not nice.
Your silence roars behind every indeed an unopened door. Shield for sheriff, sponge for blame. Still flashing that light, still playing the game.
Jesus Christ.
He failed the test, but passed the vibe, and the flashlight still charged.
She was grabbing for Pat's crotch.
She was reaching.
She was reaching for Pat's crotch.
My cock was a little stiff when I got out.
Mini haha. Hoping to come across that stolen white Hyundai Sonata with Wisconsin plates.
Yeah.
What is that?
To find out car for a single vehicle 1050 southbound 35
Birds, rain.
No, that triple light there. Did you see it?
No.
I gotta go back. Maybe you'll know what it is. Never seen anything like it before.
Information in East Car Central has a shot fired at Maryland and 35. A female shot at caller's vehicle. Only caller at this time. Waiting further. 3056.
Okay, let's look at that. The update will pop up on there before we hear it.
333.
Right there.
You clear this out assisted with 356. I'll start floating over that way until you're mindful.
The lights, the bright lights.
Yeah.
You ever seen anything like it?
No.
356.
Copy.
Yeah, there's not much updates besides this thing. Hold on.
You slowed down there. I saw somebody ask, what brand of siren do we have? Well,
Let's fuck up Vries. From Maryland.
does it say which one was doing the shooting?
Nope. It says count vehicle description, Black Dodge.
Oh, Dodge Hornet. So it was a blue Honda. You know, it helps if people tell us blue Honda car, blue Honda SUV, blue Honda pickup truck. Little details matter.
The SUV peels off into the night. Hold on, Pat, we're hot on his trail, but the gas pedal's slow and their eyesight fails. Oh, Bob and Pat, they're losing the race. Every high-speed pursuit ends up in disgrace. They're driving like grandpas, taking their time while the crooks hit 80. They're at 35. Circle back, Pat, let's retrace our tracks. The girls must know something or we're out of snacks. But the ladies just shrug, we don't know the guy. He gave us a ride, then told us goodbye.
Looking at her in the alley, it just looks west of 35.
Pat scratches his head, box deep in thought, but the stolen SUV, it's already forgot. They head to M&H, their pride in tatters, dreaming of Twinkies, cause that's what matters. Oh, Bob and Pat, the streets know their game. The crooks get away, but snacks
People are driving in very, very poorly today.
Snacks on the spree, cheesy wieners and SUVs, bob and pack patrol with ease.
Please do share this live, folks. We like getting our message out far and wide. Our message being cops are human, just like everybody else. We like to see some of the situations they have to deal with. Right to this community, or whether they feel are important to respond to. A lot of people are confused about our response to different calls.
Yeah, I'm glad you remind people of that, and just bring it up in case they're not aware, because yeah, there are often a lot of questions about that.
3541, okay there? I'm just pulling into the speedway right now. 354, I think I'm over there at the speedway here.
Yeah, all of a sudden, it's hey, stop.
Trying to get up to a white Hyundai, last minute stolen earlier from Wisconsin plate. I think it was an Alpha uniform and I forgot the numbers. Our Mariah, southbound truck. So, input. Alpha uniform November 35. Yeah, that's occupied. It's going to be rolling eastbound.
Eastbound from Mariah near 3rd, Gamble in Wisconsin.
Southbound Bates from Wilson.
Keep updating. Looking for an update on that stolen.
We're going to need some squads for transport. Cool, 212 Mariah. And then I'm going to need an ambulance. He said he was involved in an accident. Got a broken ankle he started. Copy. 3 minutes.
Flirts with the kids, lets the moment last. Tells them to pose, dance center stage. Smile for Bob, no need to act your age. Talks about crime but avoids the call. Just another rerun with the voyeur's drawl. Public trust but he rewrites the script where the girls wave back and his optics are flip. Says he's the chaser, real high speed. The first step in our lead. Gaslight flicker from the Crown Vic dash while the youth perform and the moment flashes. Fletcher over, got a cam and a mic but no real closure. Gives them a wink, then rolls down the block. Another sketch scene for his YouTube star. Call 911, you might just get bobbed in a backseat view. Just as ain't blind, just heavily filtered. And safe pulse spin keeps getting weirder.
Here's my number, 911. 911.
for Fletcher.
Here's my number, 911.
Be kind, rewind, and maybe next time, don't let Bob bring the lights to the dance floor.
Call 911, say there's some Fletcher over. Here's my number, 911.
He's cruising slow with the dash cam on, spotting skirts as he's rolling along. Leans out, smiles, says nice best hun, like he's 25 and not pushing 71. Lights flash, but it ain't a stop. Just Bob looking for his TikTok shot, making small talk, calling it patrol. It's looking more like a campaign stroll.
Call 911, say there's some Fletcher over.
He'll flirt and wave and roll real slow. Let it go, he's a roadside rover, one hand on the mic, the other on the
Here's my number, 911.
Fletcher over, he'll spin the block till the party's over. He's got a badge, but it's just for show. And if you're young and cute, well, Bob might show. It's a pattern you could set your watch to. Bar lot band or maybe dance moves too. Every time it's the same old bit. Bob pulls up, acts like he's legit. Dashcam catching every flirty line. Tells him call dispatch, ask for mine. Like 911's his dating app, and public safety's just a backdrop laugh. Call 911,
for Fletcher.
Over, he'll flirt and wave and roll real slower. He a cop, he's a roadside rover, one hand on the mic, the other on his shoulder.
Call 911, say there's some Fletcher over.
He'll spin the block till the party's over. He's got a badge, but it's just for show. And if you're young and cute, well, Bob might show.
Here's my number, 911.
Rolling slow, it's a Fletcher show.
911, that's for Fletcher.
Be kind, rewind. A couple years back in St. Paul, where Sheriff Bob found something around the corner after all. A birthday party for kids. But that didn't stop him. Saturday night, Bob's creeping slow outside the saloon with that deputy show. Rolls the window down, starts laying it on thick. Nice vest, he says, real quick with the shtick. Then further up the block, another group appears. Young girls in hats, mid laughter and cheers. What's the occasion? Bob leans in to say, oh, just a sweet 16 today. And Bob, he lights up like blue and red. Does Mickey Frost sneeze? He said, how'd he get a niece so cute? Then offers advice that's pure abuse. If someone's rude, you don't gotta stress. Just call 911, then ask the best. Say, send Fletcher over, yeah, that's the trick. Dispatch ain't your secretary, Bob, that line ain't slick. He lined them up for the dash cam lens. Said, get in front, it's your birthday friends. Cheered them on like it's just some show. A public servant or a late night host. Call 911, Fletcher over. Wrong number, Bob, this ain't your chauffeur. 911, he'll bring the charm till he finds out your party's underage. No harm. She's 16, he's 68, but here he is hyping up the birthday play. Tells her he loves the eyeshadow game, gives her that Bobaganda fame. Girls dancing, laughing, lights all aglow, while Bob records the late night show. Forget real calls, forget real crime, he's busy filming his favorite line. Call 911, send Fletcher over, public safety or creepy promoter. Dash cam queen on a birthday night with a cop who loves the spotlight.
I can do this. I can do it.
Bob called it patrol.
You go on the side.
We call it a problem.
Rewind. We're back with Bob again. Say it loud now, girls. Here's his number, 911.
Oh, maybe I can.
Rolls up slow in that aging SUV, smiling at the start like it's live TV. Sees
Well,
a
folks,
group
we're
of
stuck here
girls
for a minute.
outside the saloon. Tips his hat, says looking good this evening. She laughs and wave, says it's just a sweet 16. He leans in close like he's part of the scene. Tells her you need help, you in distress. Just call dispatch and say you want the best. Call 911, send FLETCHER over. He'll pull up smooth like a bad hangover. Got a badge, got snacks, got no case solved. Just dash cam dance moves, mystery unsolved. 911, here's my number, he grins while the girls twirl slow in the flashing lens. Public safety? Nah, just streetlight theater. Patrol car creeping like a high school teacher. He named
So we'll get out of here as soon as we can, folks.
with the kids, lets the moment last. Tells them to pose, stand center stage. Smile for Bob, no need to act your age. Talks about crime, but avoids the call. Just another rerun with the lawyer's drawl. Public trust, but he rewrites the script where the girls wave back and his optics are flipped. Call 911, send FLETCHER over. Got a cam and a mic, but no real closure. Gives him a wink, then rolls down the block. Another sketch scene for his YouTube stock. Call 911, say it's urgent too. You might just get Bob in a backseat view. Justice ain't blind, just heavily filtered. And safe pulse spin keeps getting weirder. Be kind.
Must be the thing earlier.
Rewind.
Was last seen back down to
Next time, don't let Bob bring the lights to the dance floor.
Back and forth.
Call 911, Citizen Fletcher over.
Looking it up and see here's somewhere what if it says it'll be all in relation to the original call.
Say it loud now, girls. Here's his number. He rolls up slow and
No, go to the
For this crash, I'm coming through the area north and south, but I don't see this vehicle. Do you see that camera still?
Negative, you will listen calls, checking in cameras, and not maybe listed on the blind spot.
Oh, they had it up right there.
Okay, he looks like he's cleared or he's gone now. There's no one around in this area.
Why did they say Pure Cutler though? Is that a different call?
Must have been.
You might just get Bob in a backseat view. Just a safe line, just heavily filtered. And safe pulse spin keeps getting weirder.
Call 911, Citizen Fletcher over.
Rewind.
Yeah, we keep telling them to get out there.
He name drops lost like he gives him a pass. Flirts with the kids, lets the moment last. Tells them to go stand center stage. Smile for Bob, no need to act your age. Talks about crime, but avoids the call. Just another rerun with the lawyer's drawl. Public trust, but he rewrites the script where the girls wave back and his optics are flipped. Says he's the chaser, real high speed. Gas the sticker from the convict dash while the youth perform and the moment flashes.
Still going up. The 10-1 was done.
Hey, you with the copy of that place for 32 months, we'll go over to holiday, that's free. Disorderly manner, to make leave. Check.
Well, hello to our friend Muhammad Hassan. Thanks for riding with us, Muhammad.
Two 265 will be clearing the vehicle.
Copy of the
Fletcher over. Here's my number, 911.
He's cruising slow with the dash cam on. Spotting skirts as he's rolling along. Leans out, smiles, says nice best hun. Like he's 25 and not pushing 71. Lights flash, but it ain't a stop. Just Bob looking for his TikTok shot. Making small talk, calling in control. And it's looking more like a campaign stroll.
Call 911, Citizen Fletcher over.
Flirt and wave and a roll real slow. Let it go, he's a roadside rover. One hand on the mic, the other on
Here's my
soda.
number, 911.
FLETCHER over, he'll spin the block till the party's over. He's not a bad, but it's just for show. And if you're young and cute, well, Bob might show. It's a pattern you could set your watch to. Bar lock band and maybe dance moves too. Every time it's the same old bit. Bob pulls up, acts like he's legit. Dash cam catching every flirty line. Tells him call dispatch, ask for mine. Like 911's his dating app. And public safety's just a backdrop laugh. Call 911,
Mr. Fletcher.
over, he'll flirt and wave and roll real slower. He'd call, he's a roadside
sounds like was that county?
Here's clear.
Here's caught the woman who shot at the female up at 35. Like she headed home to where the car registered to, and they got her. And it says the gun was tossed. So good job by the county squads. Good job by St. Paul getting the information out in a fast and effective manner.
A couple years back in St. Paul, where Sheriff Bob found something around the corner after all. A birthday party for kids. But that didn't stop him. Saturday night, Bob's creeping slow outside the saloon with that deputy show. Rolls the window down, starts laying it on thick. Nice vest, he says, real quick shit. But further up the block, another group appears. Young girls in hats, mid laughter and cheers. What's the occasion? Bob leans in to say, oh, just a day. And Bob lights up like blue and red. Cause Mickey Frost sneezes and says,
There's one of them ready to send to St. Paul SWAT.
and offers advice that's
Figure out.
pure abuse. If someone's rude, you don't gotta stress. Just call 911, then ask the best. Say, send Fletcher over, yeah, that's the trick. Dispatch ain't your secretary, Bob, that line ain't slick.
Was the one that was recovered by gangs right there, so
Right.
we don't need that one anymore. Off to a new adventure.
And the vehicle involved in the shots fired up at 35 in Maryland was initially put out as a blue Honda. Ended up being a blue Hyundai SUV. We'll see the H on the front and get Hyundai and Honda confused with each other. The alternative, go where the crime is, and that's where the crime was at that time.
Like this whole summer?
No, the weather?
No, the construction.
I think so.
Supposed to be faint, right? Should be the weekend.
Gotta stay out of the street, sir. Thank you. Yeah, I hope the weather isn't like this all summer. Might be a little depressing. Be a lot depressing.
Very depressing.
It's a warning, and it's not just crack pavement. It's where your future's falling in.
of people commenting there is a solar storm going on, and that's why we're glitching so much today. We have experienced that before, so I wouldn't doubt it. In a period of time, a couple of years ago, we had a lot of storm vehicles showing up down in this neighborhood.
Shout out deal, say his name. Get some meals on wheels. Liberties down, dogs get shot.
Oh, yep, yep.
Some people call this little street here, which is more an alley than a street. Some people call it petite, but most people from St. Paul call it Petit. P-E-T-I-T. Right across the street here, some cool little down homes. My friend Shadow, who passed away, was at one point a part owner of the Minnesota Music Cafe.
That's why he sounds familiar. Yeah, I remember that now.
So if you guys ever came here back in the day, as they say, I'm sure you ran into Shadow. He always wore, for whatever the occasion was, he always wore extravagant outfits. He'd on holidays, he would dress with the theme of the holiday. Sometimes like a big leprechaun on St. Patrick's Day, like one of Santa's helpers during Christmas. He had a really cool wardrobe of very unique outfits. Left is Morelli's liquor store and Italian market. The Russo Brothers Italian restaurant there on the left. The Palmas Market, and they have a really good deli too.
Yeah, they do.
I can't remember what the name of it was, but this little brick building here on the right was an Italian restaurant at one time too. One of the best in town. If anybody remembers right now what the name of that restaurant was, let me know. My brother Bill took me there for the first time, and quite a wonderful dining experience. I think it began with an M.
Live from West 7.
How long ago do you think that was?
Hole in the road and the end is near. Burger Mo still hosting the game.
Gosh.
90s?
80s. I think it closed in the 80s. Even a bit looser.
Sinkholes yawning like Bob's campaign, 35 feet deep, flushing your name. The signs say Tito Buddy plow straight through.
Geno's, yes, that was it. Thanks, Sue. Mary, Sue, Mary, you're tied. That was it, Geno's. It was a wonderful restaurant.
Get some meals on wheels. Liberties down, dogs get shot. Sinkholes not the worst he's got. Chases
Yep, that a lot of people remember that place. Well, sorry we made you hungry, Mary. Got a strong presence of Italian-American folks in the city of St. Paul. We are truly a multi-ethnic community. A love the diversity of this city.
Roger 40 cars in Mission driving complete northbound 35 from North Branch. Got two vehicles down road racing with each other. Blue Ford F-150 and a small blue Chevy pickup truck chasing each other dangerously. Information 1431.
Okay, Judith. You said your daughter and family like that Italian restaurant. You talking Yarusso's that I mentioned? That would be YARUSSO''S. It's Yarusso Brothers Restaurant. I love the happy looks on the faces of kids getting out of school.
Copy up. PCN 13. Copy 13.
I don't remember Joe's last name, but you guys did his birthday party there, didn't you? You guys put on
Joe Keller.
Joe Keller, that's right.
Hot Dog Joe.
Hot Dog Joe's birthday was at the, you guys had about a month ago. Well, it's probably better that he makes you guys hungry instead of out spoiling movies like the sheriff, I guess.
Speaking of which, I saw The Accountant 2 over the weekend, and I am going to give no spoilers. I'll just say it's a very worthy sequel to the original Accountants.
Thanks for reminding me that I need to go watch that because me and my wife, we watched The Accountant a couple weeks ago in preparation.
And I believe Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning comes out on Friday. I plan on seeing that this weekend.
Do you feel like you gotta go back and watch the previous one just so that you don't miss any details?
Oh, yeah.
Colorado plate, uniform, Sierra 97.
Well, folks, we're going to wrap it up for today. Give you about an hour and a quarter here. I want to thank you for chatting with us. And the sheriff and I will see you Friday night.
See you guys later.
Take care.
Didn't bring aid, just a live stream and a YouTube parade. Not here to serve, not here to heal, just pan the damage, spin the reel. Oh, spin the reel. Just pan like we did.
Even though Pat and I have relatively friendly personalities,
Be kind. Rewind.
everyone appreciates
A couple years back, in St. Paul, where Sheriff
How's it
Bob
going
found
tonight?
something around the corner after all.
That's a lovely
Birthday party
desktop you got on there.
for kids.
Very nice, very nice.
But
What
that
you got on it? What kind of
didn't stop him.
We should
Saturday
have been
night,
able to
Bob's
see it with
creeping
that.
slow outside the saloon with that
Take
deputy
what?
show. Rolls the window down, starts laying it on thick.
Where the
Nice
jail-
vest, he
where
says,
the
we'll
jail
hold the
is?
shtick. Then further up the block,
That's not
another
nice
group
to
of
take
peers,
people to
young
jail,
girls
is
in
it?
hats, mid laughter
Yeah,
and
well, that
cheers.
wouldn't-
What's the occasion? Bob leans in to say, oh, just a sweet 16 today. And Bob, he lights up like blue and red. This Ricky Frost sneaks, he said, how you getting me so cute? Then offers advice that's pure abuse. If someone's rude, you don't gotta stress. Just call 911 and ask for best. They say FLETCHER over here, that's the trick. Dispatch ain't your secretary, Bob,
Moved
that
down
line
the
is
street,
sick.
right, Pat?
Yes, I sure did.
That wasn't our intent. But, say hi to this young lady. She's on the phone.
He lined them up for the dash cam lens. Said get in front, it's your birthday, friends. Cheer them on like it's just some show. A public servant or a late night host.
This is like a hall,
Fletcher overwhelmed the bar. This ain't a chauffeur. 911 will bring the charm till he
I like
finds
your
out
hat.
party's under.
What's the occasion?
No harm.
What's the occasion? How are you? Nice to see you. You are so nice to see you. We met once before, right?
Yeah, you are Fletcher.
I am, yeah.
Tells her he knows the eyeshadow game. Gives her that Bobaganda fame. Girls dancing as lights all aglow.
What's one of the orange
There's a late night show. Forget red calls, forget red crime. He's busy filming his favorite line.
A Sweet 16 birthday party.
Safety
Nice.
promoter. Dash cam queen on a birthday night with a cop who loves
Come
his
on,
life.
hey, look.
We are. Hey, how did Mickey get such a beautiful niece?
I don't really know. Mickey's so mean.
We call
I
it
love my other
He's wonderful. I love Mickey.
kind.
How are you?
Hi.
How's it going? What, you got
Bob Fletcher, a real high speed.
what are we collecting?
The wine, big town.
Oh, you're being smart, COVID smart.
The wine,
Very
big
good.
town.
Nice. Hey, what- Sweet 16. Who turned 16?
My cousin.
Well, if you need anything, or if anybody's like disrespecting the people in charge, you call us. Okay?
I got you.
You just call 911, say send Fletcher over.
Send Fletcher.
Fletcher over.
Got you.
Fletcher over. Good girl. All right, we'll see you guys. We'll be around. Oh, hi. How are you? How are you? I love your eyeshadowing. I love your eyeshadowing. We buffering it over good.
Okay.
We're good.
Hey girls, who's 16? It's your birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. We gotta get you a party. Get in front
Yeah,
there.
it's your birthday.
Get in front there, birthday girl. Hey. Well, happy birthday.
16 years old.
Mickey Frost, her uncle, he runs the 8 to 18 Truth Center.
Kind. The line, be kind. Kind.
So anyhow, Mickey Frost, her uncle.
Live from West 7, the Griff's in gear. There's a hole in the road and the end is near. Burger Mo's still hosting the game. Bob's back begging, no budget, no shame. Sinkholes yawning like Bob's campaign, 35 feet deep and flushing your name. The signs say Vito, but he plows straight through, flashing that grin while he's cashing on you. He's holding court with the Mo's elite while the asphalt crumbles beneath his feet. Pay to play, shout out deals, say his name, get some meals on wheels. Liberty's down, dogs get shot. The sinkhole's not the worst he's got. Chases spin out in neighborhoods tight. Bob calls it safe, yeah, sure, alright. It's Bobaganda live, campaigning on tape, swerving through truth with his seatbelt case. Backseaters drool at the grandpa act, but that grip runs deep and the road still cracks. He's raising funds where the street gave out, but the hole's a metaphor, no doubt. $100 plates with the side of denial. Burger Mo's fundraiser, crooked smile. He mumbles transparency, flips the script, blames the board when his own boat's tipped. Budget blown like a tire on a chase, but no cuts made to the smile on his face. Cash from cops, contractors and bars. Bob gives him a wink and 5 gold stars. Don't call it a fundraiser, it's an event.
Eventually, he'll cash your rent.
Don't call it propaganda, it's community.
As long as that community funds impunity.
Don't call it a sinkhole, it's street art.
Where your taxes vanish with a head start.
Bobaganda live, with your dollars down, streaming campaign blurbs all over town. makes a joke. Just look past the steam and the downtown smoke. Raise a glass, raise your brows. He's raising funds in a fractured house. 35 feet deep and still digging for more. While the people shout, what are we paying for? It's not a pothole, it's policy. It's not a fundraiser, it's a warning. And it's not just cracked pavement, it's where your future's falling in.
It's warm, it's fairly flat, but it's wet.
He says, absolutely, like it's a prayer. Says indeed, like it's gospel. Colorblind cop with an O-light beam.
That's not nice.
Let's rewind.
Will you stop?
Rolls with Bob like a loyal pup. Ride shotgun, sipping Fountain Dew from a holiday cup. Says, what's happening, brother, with a crooked grin. Like hanging out at Willard's taught him how to blend in. 2 bars, 3 drinks, 4 hospitality friends. He plays bingo, not bingo, the joke never ends. Laugh track in uniform, boots on the floor. Can't pass the test, but Bob let him score.
Will you stop?
Stepchild, daddy dentures whistle when he talks. Flashlight fetish loves his nightly walks.
Jason, stick my cock.
He reads him deadpan, thinks it's hockey names, doesn't know the scam. Absolutely, Pat, you're the yes man king.
That's not nice.
Agree to anything, just don't say a thing. Bob says jump, you say what height.
Jesus Christ.
Even when he steers you straight into the light. The lady asked if he got it up. He stammered, she laughed, said, wanna see some pussy. Black pussy, white pussy, pink pussy. Real quick, peeled out, no time to get sassy. Bob hit reverse, muttered she was reaching, but Pat sat frozen, denture screeching. She said, give me a light, but he quit that vice. Since the second wife, it was the third not precise. He spoke in riddles, barstool jive, half a step late, but just a lie.
Jesus Christ.
Rewind to 98. Flashlights flew like fists of fate. Artie scram, cuffed, unarmed. Pat swung hard, and the system disarmed. Jab lock beam in a hand once feared. Back then no cams, no voices heard clear. Sons and daughters of St. Paul wept, while Pat forgot or maybe just slept. Bob called him eagle-eyed, but colors blur when truth walks by. Can't see the plate, can't name the hue, but somehow still tells black from blue.
That's not nice.
Absolutely, Pat, your silence roars behind every indeed an unopened door. Shield for a sheriff, sponge for blame, still flashing that light, still playing the game.
Jesus Christ.
He failed the test, but passed the vibe, and the flashlight still charged.
She was grabbing for Pat's crotch.
She was reaching.
She was reaching for Pat's crotch.
It's warm, it's fairly flat, but it's wet.
He says, absolutely, like it's a prayer. Says indeed, like it's gospel. Colorblind cop with an O-light beam.
That's not nice.
Let's rewind.
Will you stop?
Rolls with Bob like a loyal pup. Ride shotgun, sipping Fountain Dew from a holiday cup. Says, what's happening, brother, with a crooked grin. Like hanging out at Willard's taught him how to blend in. 2 bars, 3 drinks, 4 hospitality friends. He plays bingo, not bingo, the joke never ends. Laugh track in uniform, boots on the floor. Can't pass the test, but Bob let him score.
Will you stop?
Stepchild, daddy dentures whistle when he talks. Flashlight fetish, loves his nightly walks.
Jason, stick my cock.
He reads him deadpan, thinks it's hockey names, doesn't know the scam. Absolutely Pat, you're the yes man king.
That's not nice.
Agree to anything, just don't say a thing. Bob says jump, you say what height.
Jesus Christ.
Even when he steers you straight into the light. The lady asked if he got it up. He stammered, she laughed, said,
Yeah,
wanna see some pussy. Black pussy, white pussy, pink pussy. Real quick, peeled out, no time to get sassy. Bob hit reverse, muttered she was reaching, but Pat sat frozen, denture screeching. She said, give me a light, but he quit that vice. Since the second wife was the third not precise. He spoke in riddles, barstool jive, half a step late, but just a lie.
Jesus Christ.
Rewind to 98. Flashlights flew like fists of fate. Artie Graham, cuffed unarmed. Pat swung hard, and the system disarmed. Javelot beam in a hand once feared. Back then, no cams, no voices heard clear. Sons and daughters of St. Paul wept, while Pat forgot or maybe just slept. Bob called them eagle-eyed, but colors blur when truth walks by. Can't see the plate, can't name the hue, but somehow still tells black from blue.
That's not nice.
Absolutely Pat, your silence roars behind every indeed an unopened door. Shield for sheriff, sponge for blame, still flashing that light, still playing the game.
Jesus Christ.
He failed the test, but passed the vibe, and the flashlight still charged.
She was grabbing for Pat's crotch.
She was reaching.
She was reaching for Pat's crotch.
It's warm, it's fairly flat, but it's wet.
He says, absolutely, like it's a prayer. Says indeed, like it's gospel. Colorblind cop.
You never know what's around the corner. Drove past Flame Burger, took a little spin, camera on dash, let the Bobaganda look in. No calls, no crimes, no real patrol, just snacks, some rants, and the campaign roll. Parked out front like this is the beat, while St. Paul's burning just down the street. Shout out girls, now they stayed at work. Bob go roll by when the truth might hurt. Talking about the board, talking about the mayor, talking like a cop, but you're still in hot air. Just override, didn't stop no crime, didn't write no sound. Running this town on zero ground, just 2 dudes lost in looking crowd. Saying assalamu alaikum out the blue, still no clue what they came to do. Yeah, they filled some streets, but they didn't cop nothing. This ain't a cop show, it's just frontin'. April 21, the streets were tight. Dante's name still fresh in the fight. Philando's ghost in the county air, but Bob was more concerned with his own on air. Stopped by calls, but did no help, just lurking with cameras like discount yelp. St. Paul lit and they played pretend, police in the pod for a Facebook friend. Soon made on snacks, zoom out on pain. Another excuse, another campaign. Drove around, didn't stop no crime, didn't roll shit down. Running those lights just to spin that sound. 2 bored bros trying to act profound. Talking about Steve, talking about fear, but not doing a thing. Just shifting the gear, just shifting the gear. This ain't a cop show, it's just fun. This is just fun. Just go around. This ain't a cop show, it's just fun. Yeah, we're just checking in on transparency. Reddit for transparency. And safety telecommunicators week. Well, let's grab a burger. Just drove around, round and round, never left town. Just drove around, be kind, rewind.
My car's on fire. You wanna get out?
Nope.
streets were dead. Bob behind the wheel trying to keep folks fed. On fear, on fables, on safe Paul pride. Driving in circles, nowhere to hide. Pat with the banter, facts half-formed. Reciting crime stats like a lukewarm storm. Talked about meth, then COVID, then grace. While the crime rate crawled in a cornered place. Be kind, rewind, watch the rerun live. Where the patch meets boredom, under suburban sky. You never know what's around the bend. This time it's potholes and a quiet weekend. They passed the bars, they passed the gas. Bob preaching community through bulletproof glass. Missed a call or two, waved off the scene. Too busy storytelling on the in-car screen. Told the tale of the DUI years before. Turned into a sermon like a midnight lore. Dropped names like he drops the facts. Pat just nodded with more fun facts.
No sirens, no stops, just digital noise. To a aging medic plane with taxpayer toys. A chase of ghosts, a dance in the dark. A patrol where they park more than spark.
Be kind, rewind, it's a rerun ride. Lights flash blue, but the action died. You never know what's around the turn. Tonight, Bob, you got nothing to burn.
So I filed it under folklore, Bobaganda classic. Just another night where a story mattered more than strength.
Be kind, rewind, and pretend it was more than it was.
It was more than it was.
Oh, I'm going to the holiday right now.
Rolling up snow to club holiday. Sheriff got snacks, got games to play. Young girls laughing, chilling outside. Bob says, come on, let's go live. A Mountain Dew, a little tease. Twinkies too, now drop to your knees. Pats in the car, smirking real wide. Bob's got a show, ain't trying to hide. Two for a dance, twinkies for a shake. Live on the show, it's all on tape. Lights in the lounge, the chicken goes strong. Sheriff got him twerking all night long.
Go get on camera.
Backseat watchers, eat it up. Bob just grins, sipping his cup. Ain't no crime, just a little fun. Flashing those streets till the dance is done. Shake for a snack, wait for a meal. Just another night, just keeping it real. The chat going wild, they know the drill. Sheriff Bob's live, getting this thrill. Twerking for Twinkies, bouncing for two. Cameras rolling, nothing new. St. Paul streets, club on the go. Just another night on Bob's little show.
I love that.
People decided that's my face.
Name is Anthony Clark. 8687. White male, 6 foot. Pour coffee will make her way to the BQ lounge.
Happy birthday! 29th birthday. Hey!
Hey! Raspberry Island.
Turn your phones on. You know how to watch us, right? Live on patrol. Huh?
2248.
Absolutely. That's Scott right there. Pat call 911 saying send FLETCHER over.
Be kind. Rewind. We're back with Bob again. Say it loud now, girls. Here's his number.
Here's my number, 911.
He rolls up slow in that aging SUV, smiling at the sidewalk like it's live TV. Sees a group of girls outside the saloon,
tips his hat, says looking good this evening soon. She laughs and waves, says it's just a sweet 16. He leans in close like he's part of the scene, tells her you need help, you in distress, just call dispatch and say you want the best.
Call 911, send FLETCHER
over. Got a cam and a mic but no real closure. Gives him a wink then rolls down the block. Another sketch scene for his YouTube stock. Call 911, say it's urgent too. You might just get Bob in a backseat view. Justice ain't blind, just heavily filtered, and safe pulse spin keeps getting weirder.
Call 911, send FLETCHER over.
Behind.
Here's my number, 911. Call 911, send FLETCHER over. Here's my number, 911.
He name drops fast like it gives him a pass. Flirts with the kids, lets the moment last. Tells him to pose, stand center stage. Smile for Bob, no need to act your age. Talks about crime but avoids the call. Just another rerun with the voyeur's drawl. Public trust but he rewrites the script where the girls wave back and his optics are flip. Says he's the chaser, real high speed, but never the first to step in or lead. Gaslight flicker from the Crown Vic dash while the youth perform and the moment crashes. Over, got a cam and a mic but no real closure. Gives him a wink then rolls down the block. Another sketch scene for his YouTube stock.
911, that's for FLETCHER.
You might just get Bob in a backseat view. Justice ain't blind, just heavily filtered, and safe pulse spin keeps getting weirder.
Call 911, send FLETCHER over. Here's my number, 911. 911, that's for FLETCHER. Here's my number, 911.
Be kind, rewind, and maybe next time, don't let Bob bring the lights to the dance floor.
Call 911, send FLETCHER over. Here's my number, 911.
He's cruising slow with the dash cam on, spotting skirts as he's rolling along. Leans out, smiles, says nice vest hun, like he's 25 and not pushing 71. Lights flash, but it ain't a stop. Just Bob looking for his TikTok shot, making small talk, calling it patrol when it's looking more like a campaign stroll.
Call 911, send FLETCHER over.
He'll flirt and wave and roll real slower. Not a cop, he's a roadside rover. One hand on the mic, the other on his
Here's my number, 911.
FLETCHER over, he'll spin the block till the party's over. He's got a badge, but it's just for show. And if you're young and cute, well, Bob might show. It's a pattern you could set your watch to. Bar lot banter, maybe dance moves too. Every time it's the same old bit. Bob pulls up, acts like he's legit. Dashcam catching every flirty line. Tells him call dispatch, ask for mine. Like 911's his dating app, and public safety's just a backdrop laugh. Call
911, that's for FLETCHER.
over, he'll flirt and wave and roll real slower. He a cop, he's a roadside rover. One hand on the mic, the other on a soda.
Call 911, send FLETCHER over.
He'll spin the block till the party's over. He's got a badge, but it's just for show. And if you're young and cute, well, Bob might show.
Here's my number, 911.
Rolling slow, it's a FLETCHER show.
911, that's for FLETCHER.
Be kind, rewind. A couple years back in St. Paul, where Sheriff Bob found something around the corner after all. A birthday party for kids. But that didn't stop him. Saturday night, Bob's creeping slow outside the saloon with that deputy show. Rolls the window down, starts laying it on thick. Nice vest, he says, real quick with the shtick. Then further up the block, another group appears. Young girls in hats, mid laughter and cheers. What's the occasion? Bob leans in to say, oh, just a sweet 16 today. And Bob, he lights up like blue and red. Does Mickey Frost sneeze? He said, how'd he get a niece so cute? Then offers advice that's pure abuse. If someone's rude, you don't gotta stress. Just call 911 and ask the best. Say, send FLETCHER over, yeah, that's the trick. Dispatch ain't your secretary, Bob, that line ain't slick. He lined them up for the dash cam lens. said, get in front, it's your birthday, friends. Cheered them on like it's just some show. A public servant or a late night host. Call 911, Fletcher over. Wrong number, Bob, this ain't your chauffeur. 911, he'll bring the charm till he finds out your party's underage. No harm. She's 16, he's 68, but here he is hyping up the birthday plate. Tells her he loves the eyeshadow game, gives her that Bobaganda fame. Girls dancing, laughing, lights all aglow, while Bob records the late night show. Forget real calls, forget real crime, he's busy filming his favorite line. Send Fletcher over, public safety or creepy promoter. Dashcam queen on a birthday night with a cop who loves the spotlight. Bob called it patrol. We call it a problem.
Be kind. Rewind. We're back with Bob again. Say it loud now, girls. Here's his number, 911.
He rolls up slow in that aging SUV, smiling at the side like it's live TV. Sees a group of girls outside the saloon, tips his hat, says looking good this evening soon. She laughs and waves, says it's just a sweet 16. He leans in close like he's part of the scene, tells her you need help, you in distress, just call dispatch and say you want the best. Call 911, send Fletcher over. He'll pull up smooth like a bad hangover. Got a badge, got snacks, got no case solved, just dash cam dance moves, mystery unsolved. 911, here's my number, he grins while the girls twirl slow in the flashing lens. Public safety? Nah, just streetlight theater. Patrol car creeping like a high school teacher. He name drops for us like it gives him a pass. Flirts with the kids, lets the moment last. Tells them to pose, stand center stage. Smile for Bob, no need to act your age. Talks about crime but avoids the call. Just another rerun with the voyeur's drawl. Public trust but he rewrites the script where the girls wave back and his optics are flipped. Call 911, send Fletcher over. Got a cam and a mic but no real closure. Gives him a wink then rolls down the...
Rolling down 7th, we see that ride. It's Bob and Pat, got the cameras live. They want love, now we bring the truth. Calling out names, justice for the youth. They push the lies, we push it back. Ain't no grandpa, his past is black. 2008, he crushed the set, locked up the press, silenced the tech. He said, get to know us, boy we did. Uncover the facts, expose what's hid. Action Alex, Duggar 2, dirty hands in a dirty crew. We shout out, girls say it loud, say it clear. Justice for the names that they don't want to hear. Bob got secrets, but we got the light. Friday night live, bringing truth to the mic. We just shout out, girls say it loud, say it clear. Justice for the names that they don't want to hear. Bob got secrets, but we got the light. Friday night live, bringing truth to the mic. Millions lost, where the money go? Charter school scam, man, we already know. Taxpayers bled, no lessons taught. 10 mil gone, but the check ain't bought. Jailhouse racists kept on staff. County sued, we did the math. Over budget, begging for more. Blame the board while he breaks the law. Names on our lips, hands in the sky. Say their names if the truth fly. Names on our lips, hands in the sky. Say their names if the truth fly. We shout out, girls say it loud, say it clear. Justice for the names that they don't want to hear. Bob got secrets, but we got the light. Friday night live, bringing truth to the mic. We just shout out, girls say it loud, say it clear. Justice for the names that they don't want to hear. Bob got secrets, but we got the light. Friday night live, bringing truth to the mic. Bob, we got homework. We ain't fooled by the grandpa act. We see the past, we see the lies, and we won't stop till the truth survives. See that ride, it's Bob and Pat, got the cameras live. They want love, now we bring the truth. Calling out names, justice for the youth. They push the lies, we push it back. Ain't no grandpa, his past is black. 2008, he crushed the set, locked up the press, silenced the tech. He said, get to know us, boy we did. Uncover the facts, expose what's hid. Action Alex, Duggar 2, dirty hands in a dirty crew. We shout out, girls say it loud, say it clear. Justice for the names that they don't want to hear. Bob got secrets, but we got the light. Friday night live, bringing truth to the mic. We just shout out, girls say it loud, say it clear. Justice for the names that they don't want to hear. Bob got secrets, but we got the light. Friday night live, bringing truth to the mic. scam, man, we already know. Taxpayers bled, no lessons taught. 10 mil gone, but the check ain't bought. Jailhouse racists kept on staff. County sued, we did the math. Over budget, begging for more. Blame the board while he breaks the law. Names on our lips, hands in the sky. Say their names if the truth fly. Names on our lips, hands in the sky. Say their names if the truth fly. We shout out, girls, say it loud, say it clear. Justice for the names that they don't want to hear. Bob got secrets, but we got the light. Friday Night Live, bringing truth to the light. We shout out, girls, say it loud, say it clear. Justice for the names that they don't want to hear. Bob got secrets, but we got the light. Friday Night Live, bringing truth to the light. Bob, we got homework. We ain't fooled by the Grandpa Act. We see the past, we see the lies, and we won't stop till the truth survives.
"5 years ago, the world held its breath, and some of us are still choking. They said transparency, but they edited the lens. They booked Chauvin in the quiet wing, far from the eyes, far from the sting. No black CEOs on the tier that day. Said it wasn't race, just the safest way. Female visitor back rub phone pass. Rules bent low like stained glass. Said justice was blind, but in that jail she blinked at power and tipped the scale. They filmed the crowds, not the cracks inside. Put lighting on drone cam, let the truth slide. No Narcan, no care, just knees on breath. Then blame the drugs after the death. Transparent lies, wrapped in blue. Say it's disgusting, then defend the crew. Bob kept lighting, still runs the show. He calls it reform, we already know. Say it's about trust, but the truth don't match when justice is silent and lawsuits pass. Bob K.K. Crow smiled in his leather vest. Backroom clubs with a badge on his chest. Liz K.K. Collins spun the truth real thin. Made Floyd the villain, let Chauvin win. Used Dr. Baker's first glance tale. Ignored the footage that broke the veil. Tolerance high, that's not how he died. It was 9 minutes of breath denied. They said get on the ground, then kneeled on his neck. They said stop resisting, but never checked. The side recovery, Narcan dose, wasn't even close. He died with cameras on him, and still they needed more proof. Transparent lies under red blue lights. They say for the people, then hide their rights. Fletcher kept quiet, lied on campaign. Your tax dollars bought that barricade. Call it live on patrol, call it cop TV, but the story was always who they let us see. He said Chauvin was wrong, but he never fired the men who protected him. Never stood beside the officers of color. Never said the names. We remember George Floyd. We remember Artis Graham. We remember Philando Castile. We remember Nakia Moody. We see the cameras. We hear the silence. And we won't forget.